lot of people ask, when do I need to start taking my Social Security? And really, that's kind of a loaded question because it depends on a lot of factors. That's the reason we sit down and have a conversation with our clients, ask questions to find out, are they still working? If you're still working, you probably don't want to take Social Security yet if it's going to mean that if you make above the income limits, then that Social Security benefit will be penalized more or less. The government says you made too much money, we're going to keep some of this, you don't need it all. So the timing is important based on when you actually want to retire. There's also a lot of factors like longevity. If you think you're going to live a long retirement, if longevity is in your family, then there may be an opportunity to wait longer to take that benefit so that you've got a bigger paycheck for longer. But it really comes down to a lot of it is preference for our clients. Some of them want to get that check as soon as possible, whether they need it or not, and stick it in the bank. So, we have to ask the right questions to find out what the best option is for them, but it's going to be unique for every client that we talk to. You can take Social Security as early as 62, or you can wait as late as 70. When you want to start your benefit within that time frame largely depends on preference, but you have to realize that every year that you wait, there's an 8% increase in that Social Security check. And you think about 8%, where can we go and get a guaranteed 8% increase in our income every year? That's hard to find. Even now, we're in a higher interest rate environment. So we want to make sure that if you don't need that income yet, then we can defer that for a few years or until you are fully retired if someone works part-time. We want to make sure that you're maximizing that benefit within what you need, within what your income needs are. For people who do want to wait and let that Social Security benefit roll up at that 8%, sometimes it's necessary to fill an income gap for a couple of years. So we want to look at the accounts that they've saved up and see which ones might be the most tax efficient to draw from, which ones may have guarantees, or if we can make a lateral move with those accounts and generate some guaranteed income, that gives them a little relief on when their Social Security actually starts and allows them to reap the benefits of that 8% increase every year. Let's say you got Dave and Mary. They're both 65, they're next door neighbors, and Dave's been thinking about taking his Social Security, and he finds out, lo and behold, that Mary just turned on her benefit, and she told him how much she's making every month. So Dave really wants to go ahead and scoot over to the Social Security office and get his turned on. But what Dave doesn't understand is, he's still working. He still has an income. And if he turns on that benefit now, he's not at full retirement age, which is 67. And the IRS is going to withhold part of his Social Security benefit because he's making too much money still. So even though Dave could turn it on, it probably doesn't make sense for him to when he's going to be penalized. And if he just waits a couple more years till full retirement age, he's going to get an 8% increase each year in that Social Security payment. And he's also, at full retirement age, 67, going to be able to make as much income as he wants and still get his full Social Security benefit. If you're watching this and you're wondering, when should I turn my Social Security on? There's so many factors. I don't even know what they all are. I could really use some guidance on what the best time may be to turn that benefit on. We'd love to sit down and talk to you, see what your circumstances are. Are you still working? Have you reached full retirement age? And just have a conversation to start developing a plan. We want to ask you the right questions that can help us lay out that plan and have more of a mathematical approach to when you should turn on that Social Security as part of an overall income plan.